Hello, Cancer, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of August 9th through the 15th. During that time, we first have the waning crescent moon, and that is a time of stability and calm when we're being thoughtful about the things that we've just done during the last cycle, projects and things that we started, what worked out, what kind of fizzled out and didn't work. So we'll kind of restructure those and maybe restart during the new moon. That comes up on the 12th or the 13th, or things that you finished and you're like, I'm done with that. I've worked that into my life. I've made that change, or I'm done just working on that right now for the moment. So think about that. And then again, the new moon comes in, and that's a time for a fresh start, new beginnings, a good time to start new things, new projects, just new thoughts, new ways that you want to be. So think about what those things are and what you might want to be doing, because that's a good time to start those on the new moon. But do keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Cancer. So, as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't here on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is a time for healing. Okay, let's see what the Cancer Collective has going on for the week. As I'm shuffling the tarot, usually I have what I would call my fun weekly reminder, little things that I remind everyone to do. This week, I'm definitely asking for your help on something. I do need your help. I'm thinking about doing maybe the occasional live stream, maybe in a couple of months when the weather is a little not as fun to be outside in, like fall weather. And I'm wondering if there is a day of the week when you guys might be more interested in being involved with a live stream. What I would do is maybe take questions and do like a 1 or 2 tarot card reading to answer your questions, that sort of thing. But would you prefer a weeknight or a weekend? And what is your time zone? Is the other thing I would need to figure out. So I'm in Eastern time zone, but others may be in different time zones. So trying to figure out the best time, day to do this. So if you have a preference on that information, if you would please drop me a comment and let me know. If you think Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern would be best for you, then drop me that and let me know. Maybe we will start to make a routine of that. So that is my fun thing to say to you this week, is that I need your help. So thank you so much in advance for helping me out with that. All right, let's get into this reading without further ado. Cancer, August 9th through the 15th, a time for healing. Your present energy right now is the Six of Pentacles. So this healing may involve some give and take. And, I know this is a card of Pentacles. Sometimes it's not always about the material giving and taking. Sometimes it's just emotional give and take, or just communicating, a good communication, give and take. So if it's a time for healing, think about that. It could be that you are healing by giving that to someone, or you might just be in take mode, right, where you do need someone to communicate with you more or to give a little bit more to you. But figure out what that is for yourself. And it might be material, but it very well could be non-material as well. But think about that. All right. And your current situation right now is the Four of Pentacles. So you are feeling very, very stable when it comes to your material world. And this actually, again, like I said, it could be material. It could be that healing for you is giving back. Sometimes when we're going through something, that is a way for us to heal. If we're having a little bit of a struggle, just realizing that other people have it worse off. That's really you're just like, what? Maybe it's not as bad as I think in my own life, because I'm giving over here, and these people are really just in a lot more need than I am right now. So if that altruistic feeling is coming and you feel like you do need to give back in order to heal something for yourself, you definitely have the stability going on to manage that. At the root of your situation right now is the Knight of Wands. So some sort of passionate action on your part is kind of the root of this. And this could be that you're passionately trying to heal, that maybe you're just so determined that there's something you've been going through that's been a little bit rough, and you want to, and you're fired up about healing. Like you just don't want to deal with it anymore. You want to get over it. You want to heal it. I know sometimes this can be like a rumination thing where you have healed something, but like those thoughts just keep coming back in. And so again, if you're looking for some sort of distraction because it seems like you're very passionate about it, maybe giving is a way to do that. That it's you're just less in your own head if you're taking some time to be generous to others, because now you're making other conversation and there's other things going on. So at least seems like you're very passionate about wanting to get through to the healing part, right? Like you're trying to hurry it up. It might take a little more time, but you're going to try different methods to do it. In your recent past, here's the King of Pentacles. So once again, you're in a financially stable place and you come into this with that. So it's not about money for you, and it's not about can you? It's about will you? You're in a place where you can. And I think if you're going to use this as a healing process, then, and this could be anything, this could be volunteering at your local animal shelter, if this could be volunteering at some charitable thing that's around you, but you're feeling the need to give back in order to heal something. And it's a great way to heal also on your mind this week. Yeah, the Fool card, a new journey. This would be something new for you. But I will say that, getting out and doing volunteer work like this, you meet new people. This can be, you might meet people that have been through the same thing you've been through. It's just about making friends and making those human connections as well. So it is on your mind to kind of step out onto this new journey, Cancer. So I think all the cards are saying it is time for you to do that. So maybe it's a good idea for you. What is just ahead of you this week is the Death card, which is an ending. So we've got this new journey. Of course, I wouldn't, I'm not shocked to see this card, because if you're taking off on a new journey, it does mean that you are literally burying a different part of you, putting it aside, you're being done with it. It seems that you're very passionate about this healing. So whatever it is, I feel like the new journey is the step to doing this, to putting this thing to rest, whatever it is that you're healing from. These are those first little steps that you're taking, and taking this leap of faith into doing something that you already kind of have an idea about. You're like, this is maybe what I need for healing. And that's a step in the right direction for me. This is when the Death card seems the most appropriate, is when you have a new beginning and definitely this ending, right? What is in your advice position here is the Empress. Look at that. Wow. So taking on the long term. Okay, the Empress she's our most creative card in the deck, right? This is about long-term creativity. Her big thing, of course, is creating life. For some of you, I will have to say that if pregnancy is on the horizon for you, this card comes in when pregnancy does. So watch out for that if it's something you're watching. If not, this could be the thing that you're entering in, that it is a time to heal and a time to take on something that is a long-term creative project. Again, if it's not parenthood or motherhood for you, this is about entering into something that is like a long-term thing. So again, if it's volunteering or giving back or some kind of giving in some way, it's about making that long-term commitment to do so. And the advice is saying, do it. That's in your advice card. So whatever this has been on your mind, the cards are definitely saying it is a good idea for you. What is beyond your control this week is the Hierophant, which is about seeking guidance. Maybe that's why you're listening to this tarot reading right now, as you're like, here I am at this crossroads. I'm healing this thing from the past. I want to move forward in a better way, in a more positive way. I want to learn my lesson and I just want to be done with it, right? And so you're probably seeking out some information about it. Hopefully, if this resonates for you, you're finding this at the right time, and welcome. But it's beyond your control to seek out some sort of guidance beyond, and this would be more in the spiritual realm. So these questions and these things that are going on are definitely affecting your spiritual life in a way, and affecting how you behave and how you will behave in the future. So it seems like you've got a big lesson here that's learned, and how do you want to move forward and heal from something that you're coming out of. I hope that made sense. What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Page of Swords. So this is about communicating and thinking in a new way. Is that your secret desire? I would say from this entire reading that yes, that does seem like it's something that you do want. You passionately want to heal up. You passionately want to move forward in a positive way. Start this new journey, seek out guidance. Um, so Page of Swords is definitely about thinking in a new way, communicating in a new way, just kind of being the next better version of yourself. And that's your big question. Is that your secret desire right now? Or are you trying to avoid that? So ask yourself that question. There's no right or wrong, really. But just it's a learning tool to ask yourself that question and then move forward accordingly to however you answer that. In your outcome position, Cancer, look at this. I love that. 10 of Cups, one of the happiest cards in the deck. I feel like this is just a sign to me that you are going to get through this. You're going to find a way to heal, whatever this is, whatever's been going on with you, that you're going to heal it. You're going to find a way to do it. Again, is it through give and take? And again, this could be, like I said, it doesn't have to be physical give and take, although it might be. It might just be giving charitably. It might be giving of your time, of your energy, but it's giving and having that exchange of back and forth with others. Are you going to communicate in a new way? Did you learn some lesson that makes you, maybe just in self talk, being more positive? Did you sometimes you look back at a thing and you're like, oh, I could see totally how this thing happened, and now I need to get over it and heal from it. So I think you're on the right path there. I mean, your ending here is basically happy family, just happiness all around. So I think this new journey is definitely what you need to heal right now. What is hidden from you? At the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles, which is about kind of waiting on your harvest. And I don't think you have that time to wait around. So that's probably why that's hidden. This is a week of action. This is a week of taking off on that new journey, for seeking out guidance, for making these decisions about long term things and putting other things to rest. So I love this reading for you, Cancer. I hope whatever this is that you can heal through this and just take off and start on the new path. Figure out what you've learned and put it aside. Let me grab a drink real quick. Oops, got an ice cube. This is really funny because I was shuffling this, and this card must have been in this deck, turned around. We will go through and grab another one. Excuse my ice cube. Look forward. I love that this was turned. None of my other cards were turned in this deck, but this one was. Is that meant for you? Perhaps. Look forward, Cancer. Look forward. There's things going on there that are positive. So let's get you another card here. I love that that one was turned, so we will take it, especially since I just automatically stopped there. I didn't know I had a card turned around. All right. Soul Oracle deck also says, make necessary sacrifices. Move forward, make necessary sacrifices. It's just time to heal. It's time to get over whatever this is. Look forward, sacrifice the things that you need to, and let's just start afresh. And it's a really great time again with this moon energy to do that right now. All right, let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care. Self-care for Cancer this week. And the card that you get says self-love on this beautiful cake, and the card is called self-worth. Why settle for crumbs when you deserve a whole meal? I agree. Why settle for crumbs? So whatever this give and take is, you need to get involved with it. Take off on this new journey. I mean, for many of you already know what this is. Maybe this reading will too trigger something for you to make you look a little deeper at something that's going on in your life right now. But because it's beyond your control to be seeking guidance, whether that's from me or others. There's other tarot readers. If this resonates with you, great. If and you may want to find them as well. Just keep seeking and finding those things that resonate with you to make the proper changes that you need to heal. So, Cancer, thank you so much for being here. I do hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use in a positive way in your life. If you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below. Let me know, what are you healing from? What kind of new journeys are you taking off for that kind of healing and for a give and take, right? I'd be real curious to know that. Also, if you like my reading style, hitting like and subscribe is very easy and simple to do. Just hit that like button down there or hit subscribe. It helps you find me next week, where you are more than welcome to come back and let's see where this story goes. So thanks so much, Cancer. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.